You can leave. So let's start the session. Come into the sitting posture. Keep your back, neck straight, aligned, and gently close your eyes. Go into your posture. Go into your asana. Observe your alignment. How's your back, your neck, your shoulder? Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation. Deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale and exhale with awareness. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation from the belly. Now inhale for the 3-time Om along with Shanti. Take a deep breath. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palm. Rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking. Looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti. Welcome to the Ayurveda class. So in previous session we discussed about the Saptadhatu. Now today we're going to talk about the Prakriti. So Prakriti, Mool and Asthai Prakriti we're going to talk about. So I'll show you today's topic. So You can see it. Could you see? No, not this one. Yeah. Can you see the Prakriti?
Yes, that's visible.
Okay. So there is one thing you have to write it down. A. It is Asthai Prakriti. Okay. Asthayai, Asthai Prakriti. So write it down this and then let me know. Then we're gonna start talking about in detail. So Prakriti today topic. Done? All of you write it down.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Prakriti, this Prakriti means actually, like in Ayurveda, the Swami Valbharji explained beautifully in the Ashtanga Hridayam that all the personality of this, world, especially the human being personality, falling into the category of 7 types of personalities is there. So Prakriti means like uh, the way you talk, the way you behave, the way you walk, how you look like, and how's your behavior pattern. Everything is called Prakriti. So because of this Prakriti, you are you. Like three dosha is making you. So we have combination or the domination of the individual dosha. We have actually he divided into the 7 types of personality. So Prakriti means there's a your nature, your attributes, your quality, your characteristic, everything is included. Your persona, your physical body, your mental body, everything, your emotional body, everything is the Prakriti. Okay, there is no synonym for that. So that's why I'm explaining. So this is mean Prakriti. Now Prakriti, the 2 words I've write it down on the board. You can see that one is the Mula Prakriti and second is Asthai Prakriti. pronunciation mool. And second is asthai. Okay, asthai. Mool and asthai. These are the factor which make you. Okay, certain factor. So Moola Prakriti, if we divide the Prakriti in the general, like when we talked about generalization of the Prakriti, so in gross level, we can divide the Prakriti into the two division. One is Moola Prakriti, one is Asthai Prakriti. Okay, which making you. So Moola Prakriti, which deciding with the Prakriti which you born with it, like what kind of eye color you would be having, skin texture, your eyebrows, your hair texture, your skin color, right, your body type. These would be decided by the Moola Prakriti, which cannot be changed. You're born with it, right? It doesn't mean like you're born like a Tom Cruise and you become later on Brad Pitt by practicing the you, right? It cannot be possible. You remain Tom Cruise since childhood. These are the Hollywood actor, famous actors, so that's why I'm using the name. So these, like, no matter how much hard work you do, you remain you. You're gonna grow old. You're not gonna become some actor, like you cannot resemble like other people, right? You remain you since childhood. You have certain kind of features which never gonna change, which never ever gonna change. So Moola Prakriti never ever gonna change. The Prakriti which set your body structure, your features, your body frame, your even attitude, some kind of behavior pattern you are having since childhood, which make you different from the rest of the crowd. Yes, you have certain kind of, which make you emotional level or your mental level. Some kids are shy since childhood. They become a little bit active, but they put more effort to, talk, to socialize. But since childhood, when they are shy, they remain shy throughout their life. They cannot take it out, though they are attending the public speaking classes or anything, but they hesitate. This is not the first priority that they start talking with easily. Okay, maybe they choose the different option, like they don't have the another career option. Maybe they choose like become the PR or HR where they require the talking, but for professional level, but personal level they don't enjoy to be socialized. So they throughout their life they remain shy. So it means these, the quality which you born with, that we call Moola Prakriti, which make you. This Moola Prakriti, the factor which affect the Moola Prakriti is your parents. First, your parents. You are you because half chromosome is coming from your father, half chromosome is coming from your mother, right? You're the half. Half of your father, half of your mother. You are not, you don't have anything. Everything is from your father and the mother, right? That chromosome makes you. So you have the traits, certain quality which is coming from your mother and your father. Then your ancestor, your generation to generation. Like certain people have the certain kind of skin color, like African, and the climate, which climate you are living. European, in European countries, they have the different skin texture, skin color. In Africa, different skin color and texture and height and width. Japanese completely different. Everybody look Japanese, right? You can figure out by their height, their structure, their features. Yes or no? African completely different. Indian, I look like an Indian. No matter how much I gonna do so many things, but I look like Indian. So these are the climate factor which is affecting the Moola Prakriti, which never gonna change. So that's the Moola Prakriti, your climate, your ancestor, which ancestor you are having, okay, generation to generation, the DNA pass on you, then your parents, most important. And there's other factor, but these three factors is most important. Ayurveda talks about many factors, especially Mula Prakriti, but we're just gonna talk about these three factors because other factor is like either you're gonna believe it or not. It's make you think about maybe it's real or not. Okay, so these three are logical factor. Your parents, yes, we are coming from our mother, our parents. We look like our parents. Our ancestor, yes, we some features come from your grandparents, right? Or your maternal side or your parental side, right? Your father's side, you have certain features, and then climate. These are the visible factor in the Mula Prakriti. So Mula Prakriti never gonna change. Mool means permanent, which remain throughout your life. Even uh, if you're born as a Lord Buddha, if you're born as a Lord Rama, so even through the meditation, through the practice of yoga, you look same. You're not gonna change your features. You're not gonna change your personality, right? Your outlook. It remains same. So that never gonna change. Now, after that, asthai prakriti. What is asthai prakriti? Which is keep on changing. Which keep on changing. Asthai means temporary. Mula means permanent. Okay? Till death, which remain with you, that is a Mula prakriti, and which keep on changing, that is your asthai prakriti. So asthai prakriti we're gonna balance. Basically, when we talked about the balance, we are working on the balancing the our asthai, that which affected the factor which affect the asthai prakriti, your lifestyle, your diet, your day-to-day routine, your way of perceiving the world, okay, and climate, which place you are living. These are the factors which affecting your asthai prakriti. Now, these factors like climate, like Japanese, if you born as a Japanese, you born in Japan, and for example, your parents move in India, so you look like Japanese, not become like Indian. You don't look like an Indian because you're living in India. It cannot be possible, right? So if your parents, your ancestor born in the Japan and you shifted later on in the climate of Indian climate, your features and everything is the Mula Prakriti. You look like Japanese, right? But there's a Thai climate factor as well, which your body not gonna react with the climate, Indian climate. You accustom with the Indian climate because your parents are living there, you're staying there, so you're accustomed with it. You won't feel much problem. Physical level, you don't feel much problem because when you're traveling, have you seen you get constipation, you get indigestion very easily. You feel more heat or less heat. So that you're gonna accustom when you start leaving that area, that place. That is the factor of climate factor which affect the Thai Prakriti. Remember I talked about in the climate like day and night, Vat, Pitta, Kapha and season, right? And then the climate which involve like the countries like India, in India, major part of the India is Vat. European countries, major part of the European countries is Kapha, cold. And coastal side, if you go some places like west scorching Africa side, African countries, their major part is the pit. Okay, so these country wise we have these vata, pit and kapha also, which gonna affect your vata, pit and kapha. So if you're traveling, like if you traveling across the world, places to places, climate is changing, it gonna affect your body as well. So if you move to the Indian climate, your vata would be imbalanced. Your vata gonna be affected by the Indian Indian because of Indian climate. Okay, that you can accustom when you are living there. You're staying for longer period of time. So which place you are living, like when I was staying in the Bali, my skin texture become different. I start having the moisture in my skin a lot. But when I'm here in India, during the winter, my skin become dry. So my skin is changing, no, according to the climate. So these are the asthai changes happening. Climate is changing. In summer, your skin become very, you start sweating a lot because outside is pit. So you, in order to maintain the heat of your body, you sweat. So your skin become little bit oily and it has the water in your skin, right? You don't feel dry. But in winter, you feel dry because climate is changed. That's why you're using the lotion and moisturizer. So these are factors which affect your asthai prakriti. So asthai prakriti, your lifestyle, like you are a lazy person. So kapha, because of cold people doesn't want to move. When there's a winter, you don't like to move your body much. You want to remain in the quilt, sleeping, or time is very cold outside. You don't want to go out, right? You want to sleep a lot. Because climate is sleepy, you also want to be sleep. There's no sun, you feel more sleep. So your body is also connected with the outside climate. So if you're born like you're lazy, then climate is also lazy, then you're not gonna work at all. It's put lots of effort to working, you know, on yourself, doing the practice of yoga as well. Daily you are telling yourself, okay, I have to do workout, I have to do workout. You're pushing yourself, right? The people who are literally lazy, like I used to be lazy. So daily I'm pushing myself, oh, let's practice the yoga. So when I'm saying to myself that let's practice the yoga, it take me 30 minutes to convince me I have to practice. I have to go on the mat. I'm telling myself, go on mat, go on mat. So it's what I have to put hard work. So this is my lifestyle, which I'm gonna choose. So my nature is what? Too lazy, to give the lazy response to everything. Your nature of response, let's do it. Go for it. We're gonna talk about in detail. But maybe your natural instinct, your natural basic, nature is what let's do it. So excited about it. Even in the winter, it's become easy for you to perform anything. But for me, it's very difficult. But if I gonna choose to practice, I gonna work on my asthai prakriti. I gonna modify my laziness. Now, earlier I was super lazy, now I'm less lazy. Are you understanding? So that I can change, but through my practice. But yes, I have to put more hard work. That is my moola prakriti, the effort which I'm putting in. My response, my reaction towards anything, I have to think about it before doing anything. I have to require to convince me first. Let's go for it. Let's do it. So some other people have the different type of response because of their mula prakriti, but they can change their asthai. So I would be more fit, healthy if I'm practicing daily. Yes, so I can control my asthai prakriti. But if I don't do, I become lethargic, overweight, or more super lazy, which gonna affect my mula prakriti as well and my asthai prakriti as well because of my natural way to respond to the thing. So asthai prakriti, what kind of lifestyle, your day-to-day routine is going to affect your asthai prakriti. If you do practice of yoga, you are able to change your asthai response. You're working on the response which coming very basic instinct, you can control that. So that the factor. Then your diet, if you take the healthy diet, for example, you are taking the spices, more spices. So more spices, junk you are having, pizza, pasta, or burger you are having. So that gonna affect your digestive system, no? Make sense? Whatever diet you are having, that gonna affect your digestive system. It gonna affect your body, and then you get the sickness. So more spices you are having, so more you feel the heat in your body. Yes, vata, pitta, and kapha, they have the different responses. They fake their body gonna have different responses according to whatever food we are giving to them. But everybody feels spicy. Some they like it, some they don't like it. But junks, all the three dosha is gonna affect. It's not healthy diet, right? It's not nutrition diet. So all the three gonna affect by this unhealthy diet routine. And once you are giving these things, it's gonna affect the overall development as well. Mental, physical level also. Could you imagine that I talked about it, that just lying on the bed or having the slices of the pizza, watching the TV. Can you imagine you get the health? You think that you will be one day healthy, I'll be flat, I'll get the good abs, muscles, flexible. We think about na, but we never get it. Because for that you require to put effort for that. So your diet play important role to control your sthai prakriti. Okay, so these are the factor which, so basically treatment is based on the sthai prakriti. Okay, so when we are talking, when we are providing the treatment to anybody, like when I provide the treatment to my patient or my student, I always consider like which climate they born, and right now which climate they are living. Okay, and then what kind of lifestyle they are into, what kind of occupation they are having as well. Because occupation, they behave like that way. A professor behave like a in professor way, right? Whatever occupation you are giving to them, it become it's become part of their life, and they start behaving in that way. So you have to observe that kind of psychology. Actually, in yoga therapy, you are uh, paying attention to small and the big, everything. So it's a complete psychological part you also include, physiological part also you are including. So every aspect of that person you're gonna calculate. Okay. So and accordingly we provide the treatment. Clear? This much you understood Mula Prakriti and Asthai Prakriti. Now come to the Sapta Prakriti, SAPT, Sapta Prakriti. Now keep these things two Prakriti aside. Now major Prakriti. Sapta Prakriti, Sapta means seven. So there are seven types of personality in this whole world. Okay, seven types of personality. Swami Vagbharji explained, not more than that. If we're gonna categorize that how the human being behave in certain way, so you can make the list. Like there's a seven types of categories of a one person. I even means like in the human being species. So seven types of personality. Sapta personality. Sapta prakriti. So first prakriti is Vata dominant personality. So Vat, V-A-T-A, Vat, Vat dominant personality. If I'll show you. Hmm. Could you see this picture? Is visible to you? You can see Vata personality. I've wrote it down.
Yes, it's visible.
So these things, just write it down about the Vata personality. Then I'll explain. Done?
Yes.
Okay. So Vata dominant personality means what? It means you have the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, all three in you, within you. But when you are born with the Vata dominance, it means Vata is imbalance or Vata is higher than the rest of the other two. That means Vata dominant personality. Okay. I talked about it that Vata, Pitta, and Kapha function in your body. Yes, we talked about these things already. So Vata give you the movements when it's in the balance. You require the Vata in your body, but not in imbalanced state. When you have an imbalanced state, then it you do so many things to control it. So Swami Vagbharji explained that 80% of the problems, psychosomatic or physiological level, 80% of the problems happen because of the Vata imbalance. Like if there's 100 uh, problems, so among 100, 80% of the cause is the Vata imbalance. Now let's talk about the physiological structure characteristic of the Vata personality. So like you born as a Vata personality. So what would be your physiological characteristic? Okay, physiological characteristic like since childhood you born with the Vata one. Vata is dominant in within you. So your physiological structure would be, so your body type is small. It means uh, you are not tall. Height would be small. Shoulder shoulder like width is small. Your body frame is small and short heighted, right? Then skin color, and one thing, they lose the weight easily, but it's difficult for them to gain the weight. They lose the weight easily, but difficulty in gaining the weight. They have to put lots of effort to gain the weight, right? The skin, the skin color would be dusky. Structure of the skin, structure or texture of the skin is dull, dry. Then their hair texture would be wavy, dry scalp. And they do also have hair fall issue. Their eyes, so if you see the white part of the eye, the cornea one, they have the patch, little dots and patch in the eyes. So these are their physiological characteristic. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about the rest of the things. Any doubt till here? So tomorrow we're gonna talk about more how we're gonna figure out, and it's very interesting. Now you're gonna check also yourself which personality I am. I'm not gonna tell you, but you're gonna figure out by yourself the characteristic which we're gonna discuss in the class. So be with me. So meet you in the meditation class. Okay. So let's end the session with the one time Om and Shanti. Come into the sitting posture. Keep your back neck straight. Align. Gently close your eyes. Now take a deep, prolonged inhalation for the Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palms. Rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking off your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti. Bless you guys. Meet you at meditation. Bye-bye.